Arman Tsarukyan is going to lose to Islam Makachev again. A lot has been made about Arman Tsarukyan's title contention spot, and a lot of people think that he's going to be Islam Makachev's toughest fight. And a lot of people even think that Arman Tsarukyan is going to defeat Islam Makachev. I frankly do not know how this is the case. Islam Makachev has fought Volkanovski twice, who was the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. He defeated Charles Oliveira to win the title, who was up there with Habib, contesting the best lightweights in history. And he defeated Dustin Poirier, who was just coming off an incredible win over surging contender Benoit Saint-Denis. I don't understand how Arman is in this position that everyone thinks he's going to defeat Islam. I think Islam's going to beat him, and I think he's going to beat him easier than he beat Dustin Poirier in his last fight. Probably TKO. He'll probably submit him, one of those two options. But this fight is Islam's for sure. I don't see it as competitive as basically a lot of people are thinking it's going to be. When you look at both of them, Islam looks 4 to 5 inches taller than Arman. He's a lot taller than him. 5'7" to 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there. In terms of size, there are a lot of featherweights that are bigger than Arman. Some dogs passing around. So basically, I definitely give this to Islam. And I don't think it's going to be Islam's toughest fights compared to his fight with Dustin Poirier, etc. I think this one's going to be an easier fight. So basically, when we look at what Arman has done in the division, his best wins are obviously his last two against Beneil and Charles. But when we look at his Beneil win, Charles had already dusted up Beneil for him. He basically took Charles' leftovers in that fight. And then when we look at his fight against Charles, he lost the first round. And in the third one, he ended up in a submission hold. I think that the second round, he also ended up in a submission hold. If we go by the judging criteria, almost finishing the fight gives you the round. So if time hadn't run out, Charles would have probably submitted him. So Islam submitted Charles. So I think Islam's going to submit him, or he might TKO him via ground and pound or just against the cage, or even in the center of the octagon. But I have Islam winning this fight pretty handily. Like and subscribe.